what's going on, guys? Welcome to Sunday Night Charts with Jim of all trades. What's going on, guys? How are you doing? All right, well, we're going to jump into the charts tonight. Good to see you guys. There's Keith and Bohan. Good to see you. Are we in the biggest bull market in man's history? No, we're not. No, we are not. Depends on how you define a bull market. Markets go up and down. Markets go up and down. Do they go up forever? No, they don't. Do they go down forever? No, they don't. The markets always come back no matter what you're looking for, whether you're looking for it to go up or down. You just got to chill and learn how to trade the waves, guys. You don't care whether it's a bull market, bear market. You just trade the waves, guys. That's why we love Elliott Wave. Elliott is awesome. Good to see you guys. What's up, Cubs? Camel Teabag, hey, buddy. Good to see y'all as well. All right, let's see if I can get myself on the screen in 3, 2, 1. Activate. Boom. There I am in all of my glory. I don't have a whole lot of glory, but there I am. In whatever glory there is, and there I am. All right, guys. Well, we are ready to rock and roll. I hope you guys are ready to rock and roll. Let me go over the chart. Here's the order of events for tonight. Number one, I've just been gone all day long. I just got home about 5 minutes to 9 o'clock. I gave myself 15 minutes, a little extra time. That's why we're starting kind of late. That said, I'm pretty tired. I think I'm just going to go for about an hour tonight and do the best I can. And so I'm going to get the technical analysis out to you, chart analysis out to you, take some requests, and we're going to call it a night somewhere around 10 o'clock, 10:15. Hopefully you guys can handle that. With that said, don't forget I'm not here to give you financial advice. Just going to show you what I see on the charts from an Elliott Wave perspective, guys. If you want to learn how to trade in a market that goes up and down like this, I'd love to have you in our Discord. That's what it's for trading support and for education, as well as just an amazing group of people hanging around, keeping each other accountable to good risk management, guys. So if you need a community of traders to be a part of, Jim of All Trades Discord is an amazing place to be. I would strongly recommend it. And I believe most of the people in my group would echo that sentiment, because they're the guys that make this place amazing. All right, with that said, let's jump into the charts. Let me just say one final hello to everybody else saying hi to me. There's Kimo Sabi. What's up? And Mr. Parth Deer. What's up? All right, we're going to go through the bull case. We're going to go through the bear case. I'm going to show you what's on the chart. We'll start out here from the daily chart. We'll work our way in. With that said, I'm going to jump into the analysis. Hey, there's 20 of you here. Say like. Hit that like button for me, and let's see what's going on. All right. You got the coffee here. We're ready to rock and roll. I'm just going to do a little reclining here, and let's jump in. All right. So the way I'm looking at the charts, guys, is let me get on the Coinbase chart, because I think that's got a little bit more data there. There we go. Perfect. Beautiful. All right, from a macro standpoint, guys, there's two questions on the table from a macro standpoint, from an Elliott waiver, and how you're looking at the chart, okay? How does one count this wave? Is this a 1, 2? Okay, fine. I think that's pretty simple. There's a 1 and a 2. Now, the question is, where's 3? Is 3 finished? And where is 3? Do you put 3 at the top of this wave? Do you put 3 at the top of this wave? I think some of you are saying, yeah, the top of 3 is right here. This is a big wave 4, and we're in the middle of a wave 5. Now, if that's the case, then what you really need to see is a leading diag, or you need to see a diag. That means you're going to have 5 waves in each wave. You're going to have 5 waves here, 5 waves here, and then now you need 5 waves here. If that's the case, we are in a very strong bull market, and we're expecting to go on up and hit above 100K, above 85K, and this could be a large leading diag. So for all you bull boys out there looking for a bull boy count, Elliott wave count, I think your best bet is probably a leading diag in this wave here. Now, if that's the case, guys, what we're looking at here. What we're looking at is this impulse to continue rocking to the upside. Okay, that's what you'd expect to see. Now, what's interesting is that when The last time we had the bull market, we had a big move, 3-wave, then a big 3rd wave. We really haven't had a wave 2 yet. This could be a wave 1. We could be in the prepping for a wave 2. And that's the 3-wave pullback that I see very, very likely. And then we work our way up for 3, 4, and 5 like that. And that would be a very similar wave to wave 3 here. Unless they just want to get like crazy expanded and just kind of keep going straight up, which I don't think they're going to do. So there's your bull boy count, guys. And that gets you up to, man, do I have it on? I got it on regular. Okay. Yeah, that gets you up to 100K pretty easily if that's an expanding diag. So that's one way the bull boys are looking at that Elliott count. Now, me personally, I'm kind of a little bit more conservative. I'm looking at it like this, where we got basically a 1-2 right there. This is wave 3 where it finished right there. This is wave 4, and that's a wave 5. And we have a finished Elliott count. We have a finished impulse wave. It's all done. It's complete. And we're ready to go down in 3 waves. We already started with the first wave. So here's your wave W, 3 waves down. Now we're looking for a wave X to finish. Now that X can take a very long time, and it could be simple or complex. And so if it's simple, we could be close to being finished, and then we go back down for 3 waves. That could also take a long time. And so that's a possibility there, where you have a WXY, and that takes us, that makes it pretty bearish here for the next, I don't know, probably a multi-year bear market into 2028, 2029 range that we are topping in this area, and then we're ready to continue down for the 3rd and final wave of this larger correction. We've got the W, we got the X, it's finished, and now we're going down for Y. And we're this impulse down the other day, what that would be the beginning stages of this Y wave. Okay, so I know a lot of you are looking for this thing to go on up to the moon, and certainly I suppose that's possible. But considering current events and whatnot, and the way the chart is looking with the hidden bearish divergence on the chart, I on the weekly particularly got hidden bear on the weekly. If you don't see it, here it is right there. Boom, boom, right there. So I'm actually looking for a multi-year bear market that brings the weekly chart back down here, so it can then oscillate back to the upside and start going. That's when we go to the moon, but it's not going to be for another 4 or 5 years. That's what I believe. So that's my count, and so that's not a bear boy count. That's just a cycle count where you got a 5-wave move. Okay, now we're looking for a 3-wave pullback. If you want to see a fractal of what we would expect to see, you basically want to look at this wave right here, something like this, or this wave right here. Okay, so this little wave right there would be a fractal of what you expect to see. So you have an initial 3-wave move, you have an X wave that's a flat right here in the middle, and then you get a a large 3-wave move, and that's a W, X, and a Y wave. Okay, so that would be a fractal. Here's another example where you have 3 waves to the downside. Okay, and then you have a triangle here in the middle. So there's A, B, C, D, E right in there, and then you have your Y wave, which finished in 3 waves as well. And so basically, that's a 3-wave move. That was a correction. But notice that both of those corrections, they start after very big moves. They come all the way back down, and they come back down to where price began to pivot to the upside. Okay, it came and retested this breakout area. Okay, so that's the way Bitcoin likes to move. Okay, now with that said, we've finished with the cycle, and so where was the breakout area? Well, you might say, well, the breakout area was 20K. We came all the way back down. The problem with that saying that's finished is that we didn't come in 3 waves that were, how do I say it, characteristic of this entire move. Proportional would be the word I was looking for. Proportional to that. So we're looking for proportionality with that wave. Which is why I expect a 3rd wave down and that this is probably just some kind of a zigzag X wave, and now, or it's a flat, and I've got to count for that as well, which we just finished, and now we're getting ready to come down for 3 waves. So I don't know what the right count is, but when you're talking Elliott wave from the macro count, those are pretty much the macro counts that I can see on the table. The question I would offer you guys is, which one do you like better? And then the question I would ask is, are you prepared to be wrong? So it doesn't really matter which one you believe, because somebody is going to be wrong, and you got a 50-50 chance that it's you. In fact, there might be more of a chance, it might be a greater chance that it's you that's wrong, because there are other counts on the table that I have not gone over. But those are low-hanging fruit counts, simple counts that I can see on the chart pretty clearly. So I presented 3 counts to you basically, and here's the counts one more time. We got the big bull boy leading diag, in which case we need to see 5 waves going up to make the last wave. We got a 1, we got a 2, we got a 3, we got a 4. We need 5. Now that 5 waves can take any number of shapes. Okay, it is possible that this current wave is 5 waves. That's your first 5 wave. That's wave 1. You get a wave 2 pullback, 3, 4, and 5, and that's how you get this last wave to the upside. But if that's the case, guys, we got a bearish wave coming that's going to retest 20 to 25K. This thing's going to come back down. Shoot, it could even retest 15K or 16K. So that even though that's really bullish, that's got a very bearish wave that's going to take a year to play out potentially. So what you have to understand is, while we could be in a bull market, okay, we could be in a bull market, there could be multiple months, even a year-long correction to the downside before we get any massive movement continuation to the upside. Another prime example of that is we got a bullish move from January 2019, and it went up and bullish all the way to July 2019. And from July 2019 all the way to March 2020, guys, we had a bearish correction that had some ups and downs, but the general trend was down, and the entire move was taken back. It took back the entire move almost all the way to the bottom of wave 1. So if this is a 5-wave count, which I have a way of counting that 5 waves, we could get a 3-wave move all the way back down to here, or retesting 70% of it, 80% of it, whatever, 90% of it, a 3-wave move. And that 3-wave move, this is a much larger structure. This 3-wave move could take 2 years to at least a year to a year and a half to play out. This thing could play way out here for the next 4 or 5 years even before you get this big move to the upside. So it just depends on how large of a structure. In other words, this thing can go up bullishly. We might be in a bull market, yet as far as the weekly chart is concerned, it might be going up, but we're ready for a retrace potentially that could take a year to play out 3 waves. So that's what you have to understand about the way price moves. It moves in waves. And if you're a bull boy and all you expect is price to go up, 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 up with little retraces, and you don't understand that there need to be multi-month and multi-year potential corrections of that market before it can really go up and hit those price targets that you're really looking for. If you want instant gratification, you're just not going to get it. Okay, I think everybody was spoiled in the year of 2017 when we had a move up from $600 in 2017, all the way to $20,000 in 1 year, and then we got a retrace, a correction all the way down that came back in a period of just a couple of weeks. But then we had the sideways price action for month after month. For almost a year, we had a sideways price action before this thing finished. And then we finally got a reprieve from that bearish correction, and we got 6 months of bullishness. And then we got another year of correction. Then we got this big giant move, and everybody got excited. And what's happened since then? Well, we've been in a larger correction that is a multi-year correction. It's got bearish waves and bullish waves, and I called this I basically said, guys, we're at an area I expect price to go up and to go up fast. Back in November, I was screaming and yelling, bull, 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 bull. And we were going up to 43K. That was my target at the time because it was a fib target. But I readily acknowledged we could go up and hit 50 or even 60K depending on the wave shape on the way up. But the point is, guys, once you start understanding wave structure and how markets move, guys, you'll stop expecting the market to move in one day or 1 week or 1 month. You'll stop expecting everything to be bullish, and you'll understand corrections, how they come, how they look on the chart, when to expect them, when to be taking profit, when to short. Guys, you need to learn that stuff, okay? You need to get out of this mentality. We're in a big bull market, and that's all we're doing, and this is all we're ever going. You've got to learn to be even keel and understand how markets really move. So that being said, I don't care personally at this point whether we go to the moon tomorrow or we go to hell tomorrow in price, because we trade what the chart shows us. So guys, again, I want to invite you into the Discord, teach you everything we know about identifying these tops and bottoms of waves. And guys, we are at a potential top to this wave, and we might be in a bearish correction for the next year or year and a half. And so you have to understand that that's a possibility. All right, so my rant is over. I hope that's helped some of you stay even keel. One of my biggest goals as a YouTuber is to dispense with all the bull boy mentality and dispense with all the bear boy mentality and just have some rational technical analysis that says, what is the chart doing right now? What are the possibilities? What's the bullish possibility? What's the bearish possibility? And everything in between. We analyze what it's doing on the macro. Then we move into the micro and we look at the current waves and we set up for trades this week. And we say what might be happening this week and what might be targets and expectations of price in the coming week. And that way we can know what might be coming later and have some trade ideas. Now those trade ideas may or may not play out, but I'll offer them to you anyway, just as some entertainment and maybe to help some of you guys prepare for trades. But at the end of the day, you know it's not financial advice. It's just me showing you how the charts move and us being prepared. But guys, I mean, last week I said, hey, 32K is incoming. And I kept the same title this week. I just put the word still in it because 32K might still be coming. Is it going to happen this week? It could happen this week. I don't know that it's going to happen this week. I'm not saying it is. I simply say there's a real chance that we've topped out here, that this is a wave top, and that we are now in a correction. And my first real area of support where I would expect an initial wave to find some support is around 32 to 24K. Okay, 24 to 32. I'm going to say, for conservativity, 32 first. But if it wants to kind of keep going down to 24 or 25, it could. But that might be a wick. It could go down very volatilely, or it could go down very slowly over a period of the next coming months. I don't know exactly. We're going to talk about the wave shape of what it could do in just a moment. But basically my title tonight is, 32K I think is still incoming. I think that's a good retrace and a good area where the chart could find support. Then we could see a rally happening back up to take the highs. And we'll talk about what that chart might be if that takes place. With that said, I've been doing a lot of talking, and maybe you guys have been listening. Let me just check in with the chat. I don't have it pulled up. Let me check in with the chat and see what you guys have been saying. All right, and I'm going to not say hello to everybody except that I love you, glad you're here. Looks like Surfing Crypto is kind of, you're doing a lot of chatting in there. I'm glad you're chatting. Very good. He says, I think we, let's see. I think we have a conservative, have to be conservative to the flat and possible B wave. Most want to label it 2, but it retraced very shallow, even to the 382. Exactly. I'm not seeing this as a wave 2. I don't think so, personally. We're going to look at this wave here shortly, right in here, and I'll show you a couple of different ways to label that. A Big Papa Pump, I'm on Mex C for now, but I may be changing down the road. But right now, I'm on Mex C. Tone Lee, so go down lower to CME gap. I mean, yeah, it could. Again, it's up or down, but I just want you guys to just be as neutral as possible. What I'm hoping to create in my viewers is a group of people that are not just all about hype, but that you guys understand the movement of the market, and we can kind of take it even keel, and and it's up or down. Just so really, I'm getting ready to present to you some up or down options, and you kind of look at it and see what you think is best based on the wave structure. Okay. Let's see. Josh says, does an ABC instead of a WXY fit better? It looks like 5 waves down from 69. Personally, no, I do not see that count. Personally, I see it either as a zigzag or a WXY. I do not see it as 5 waves. Great question. If you need me to justify that, I can. But really, from 69, if you just look at the weekly, okay. This does not have the proportionality of 5 waves. Okay, this basically is either a WXY or an ABC right there, right to there. Okay, because you don't have a clear 1-2 up here. You might argue it, but I don't see a clear 1-2 up here. What I see personally from a proportionality standpoint, I got a 1-2 right there, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Then I have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 there. So I see a zigzag there primarily. Then I see this as a 3-wave pullback, 3 waves down, 5 waves to the upside. I see that as an expanded flat. I see that as an expanded flat, and this is a 5-wave C. And in that 5 waves, you count C like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 5. And that's an extended fifth. It looks 3-wave-ish, but it's an extended fifth. WXYXZ, not a fan of that count either. I think it's a valid count. The Z does not have the proportionality that it needs to have, in my opinion, surfing crypto. To have that as a WXYXZ. But again, I readily admit it's quite a hard little area to deal with. Yeah. So anyway, my first count is this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. We're finished. Okay, so that's an ABC there. All right, so let's talk about what this thing could be at the moment, right? You could either have an A, B, and a C wave. That C wave may not be finished. Okay? That C wave might not be done. In which case, I would expect whenever this thing finishes, which might have a little bit more load to go, might have a liquidity hunt down here to 38, 39K, something like that. If we get a little liquidity hunt down to 38, 39, and then another top, that would be a nice wave 4 and then a wave 5. I would like that. I think that would be a nice chart feature at the end of the day. And then we'd have a nice proportional 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 X wave or a B wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And that way we come and take out this liquidity. We really go into that golden zone of this movement here. And then we come down. So I think that's a real possibility. I really do. So there's basically, to get to the smaller time frame without worrying too much about what this is, because I don't know all that is, but I have some ideas, but I don't know. I think that with simplicity, what you can do is look at the chart and say, okay, I've got 2 options on the table. Either, okay, because this is such a beautiful impulse wave right here. Either that impulse wave is finished or that impulse wave is not finished. And I think that simplifies everything for us, okay? So either this is a finished impulse wave or it's not finished. If it's finished, say, how do you count it? How do you count that as a finished wave? Well, let me zoom in just a little bit on the 8-hour. That'll help us, okay? Get that off the screen. Let's count that as 5 waves. We're going to start down here. I'm going to go 1, 2, just like that. And I know some of you might be going 1, 2, 1, 2. That's a possibility as well, but I'm just going to call that a 1-2 for ease for now. Okay, then we're going to call this wave 3. This is wave 4, and then this is an ending diagonal wave 5. Okay, so this is an ending diag wave 5 potentially. So zooming in just a little closer on the 4 hour, you'll see that diag right here. You got 1, you got 2, you got 3, you got 4, you got 5. That's a beautiful diagonal. I got 5th wave. I personally believe that that is a very valid and potentially completed diagonal. Okay, that's wave 5. That's done. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm a proponent at this stage that we are done and we are due for a larger correction, that we are not going to go up and make any higher highs from here, that we front ran the 50K target, that we're going to come down now, trap a bunch of people still looking for those higher targets, and we're going to trap them where they are in a 3-wave correction that's going to take us back down to deeper territory. Eventually, I do believe we are going up there, okay? Because I can see the real potential of a multi-year correction where we make a higher high and in a B wave, and then we come down. Now, I don't know, but I think we could still go up there, okay, with this count. So I like the idea that this is a completed wave. I love that as a diag right there. So that's personally my take on it at the moment. But I'm holding that loosely in my hand. I'm like, okay, that's my favorite count. Here it is. But I'm going to say, I'm going to throw that count away if I see certain things. I'll tell you what those things are once we get moving here. All right, so that's one count. That's a finished wave. How do you count it if it's not finished? Well, instead of a diag, you're going to have to count this as a 3-wave move to the upside somehow. And you're going to basically say, there's your A wave. This is B all the way up to here. Excuse me. And coffee's coming back up. Sorry, I burped. 3 waves down, 3 waves up. And now we're getting the 5 waves to the downside. Okay. And that could be done, or we're still yet to finish. We might be getting an ending diag right now or something, but this has yet to finish its 5 waves, okay? And so that's a possibility as well. And if that plays, then this 5 waves needs to finish. I don't think it's done. And once it finishes, okay, then you're looking for 5 waves back to the upside here to finish your wave 5. And that's gonna finish you out. Then you would count this as 1, 2, 3. All of that's 4. Then we get the 5th wave to the upside. Once that's done, then we can maybe count this as an A, B, and a C maybe. Or that's the ending wave of that expanded flat that I was telling you about. That's real ugly and crappy. And then we come down after that. So that's another option. So either we finished or we haven't finished. I mean, that's pretty much where we are. I know up or down as always, but that's the way it always is, guys. That's the way it always is. It's going to go up or it's going to come down. And so is it finished or is it not finished? And that's always the question at the top of a wave. Is it done? I have offered for you evidence that that wave could be done. When I see an ending diag after a clear 4th wave structure that I normally see, guys, okay? So this is a clear 3, 3, 5. I mean, that can't get any clearer. It really can't. And that structure, that 3-wave structure right there, was followed by a diag. As best as I can see it, there's a diag for you. You got the 4 and the 1 overlapping. Everything's 3 waves in there. Looks like an ending diag. It's a beautiful reversal. Then we had a reversal off the top that took out the price action here. Okay? So I am not one who believes 50 or 55K is coming. I tend to believe that this is a wave 5 right there, and that's just a sneaky little diagonal wave. Let me show you another area on the chart that did the same thing. It gave you a really, really weird 4th wave structure, okay, and then it gave you an ending diag, and it was done, and everybody was looking for more, and it didn't give us more, okay? Let me show it to you. Here it is right here at the top of the wave. You had A, You had B right to there. Then you had C right there. There's your big flat right there. It's trashy. I mean, it's really trashy. But look what happened at the end of it. You had this diag. Everything's three waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. You had this beautiful ending. So you had this fourth wave structure with an ending diag. And then what happened? What happened? It took it all back, rolled over, got choppy as crap through here. Okay? It got real choppy. And that might be, by the way, this might be a fractal. What's happening now is a fractal of this very move. That what's happening right now, it's going to be choppy. It's going to go take the lows out, boom, and then sideways until finally we get the real drop down the road after days or weeks of price action, potentially. So that's a possibility on the chart right there. So zooming over here, just taking that same idea, all right? We have a fourth wave structure, boom, we got an ending diag, boom, and now we're in the middle of that chop right now, guys, and this is basically just coming to come down, take that 38K range probably, and then chop around for a while until 32K comes. So that's my take on the market, guys. That's my take. That's kind of where I think we are personally. Do I recognize the fact that this could be a wave 5 right here and then we go up and hit the high? Absolutely, it could. But I don't think so. In fact, when I see an ending diag like this, it's like a red flag radar. We're going down and we're going down deeper. So I've been shorting this whole wave as we've been coming down. I've been shorting the mess out of that sucker, and that's been beautiful. So that's kind of my take right now. You say, Jim, when would you let go of that count and say, hey, we're probably going up for higher highs? What would you expect to see? Well, let's look at it on the smaller time frame. Well, first off, I need to see 5 finished waves, okay? So you'd have to argue with me that we've got 5 finished waves on this wave. We got 1, 2, you got a 3, you got a 4, and I guess you can call that 5. I'm not a real big fan of this wave 5, but I guess you can say, hey, that's a finished 5. In which case, you have a reversal wave 1, okay? And now we're in the middle of a wave 2. If we start going up from here, going up to make higher highs, then I would say, guys, that this wave right here was the C wave of a larger A, B, C. If from right where we are, we go up, or without making a new low, we go up from here and make higher highs, then I would then consider potentially, all right, that we finished potentially this ABC, and I would look for this to start working its way up to make that 5th wave up to those 50 to 55K targets. Okay, so that's what I would expect to see. So I gave you a title, and it wasn't just clickbait, okay? It wasn't just clickbait. Excuse me, my nose is itching. It was basically, unless this happens. And so basically what I would need to see is this would have to be 5 waves, and I'd have to be convinced of it, which I'm not. But if it is, then I want to see this continue from here, taking out levels. I'd like to see it take out the 50K, the 50% retrace. I'd like to see it take out the golden zone and just kind of keep going up. All right. Then 32K is going to come much later. But if this comes down this week, guys, and makes a lower low, okay, and we make a lower low here, then I'm looking at this little structure right there. That's a flat. That's an expanded flat, okay? And we're getting ready to go down for another wave. And the way I'm seeing that here, guys, here's a real bearish wave, okay? Here's a potential that could be coming. This is my ultra bear count. Instead of that fractal I showed you, this is going to be really bearish. I'm going to draw a line here at 32K roughly, and I'm looking at this thing as going almost straight down. And I'm basically going to call this a 1-2. Yeah, then I'm going to call this a 1-2-1-2, and we're getting ready to make 3, 4, and 5. That we're actually getting ready to come down. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to come down to 38K here. Let me do that here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so yeah, all this stuff right here, I got to move it over just a little bit here. There we go. And we're on track to get a wave straight down. Trapping everybody longing here at the top. All the bull boys ready to just long this crap, and it's just coming down to 32K. That's when I see us pretty strongly getting somewhere in this box here, getting a bounce. I hope to see a bounce back to the upside. 3 waves retracing this wave down. Okay, and now it's not going to happen overnight. This is going to take months to play out. Okay. And then back down again after that. So that's kind of the way I'm looking at the chart for now. Good night, son. All right, so all right, sorry about that. I had to take care of my son. All right, and let's see here. All right, so what are you guys thinking? I see Matrius, Buddha. Mr. Buddha has a pretty strong opinion. But listen, sir, I would just be as how do I say it? Be as loosely holding to your beliefs as loosely as I'm holding on to my short beliefs, because remember, the market can do whatever it wants to do, and we need to be ready for it to do something different. So take all ideas with a grain of salt, please, 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 please. Don't assume you're going to get that move. Yeah. All right. So let's see what other people are saying here. Hey, James Bond, what's up, buddy? Hey, there's Seth. Good to see you, man. Glad you came by, buddy. Glad you're here as always. Tone Lee, 90 days to go for the halving, but for now, expect more lows. Yeah, I based on the ETF, guys, I'm really expecting some heavier lows than most people are. So I really normal price action is we don't just get a little dump whenever new exchanges come on, but when the ETF came on board, just like Backed came in 2018, it didn't just dump a little bit. It took price all the way back. So I personally am looking for price to systematically make its way down very fast, probably. I am not seeing higher highs at the moment. Okay. I don't think the hype for the ETF, to be honest with you, does anybody really realize? That there's no coincidence that this bull run found its top on the very day the ETF came online, just like in 2017. That bull run, I got my cat here, came to say hi. That bull run found its top in 2017, the very day the Backed came on board with the CME futures. Okay, guys, the way this thing works is large institutions come in, and so we got a bunch of exchanges now with ETF options now, and what they're going to do is they're going to drive the prices lower. They've been driving prices up with the news of the ETF. This cat's going to hang out here and purr for a little while. So they're going to drive prices up, okay? And then when everybody's excited about, this news should be taking the price up, they're going to sell into all the hype, and they're going to do it systematically, and it's going to take time. It's going to take time, and they're going to position themselves for the long game, okay? And they're going to load their bags. They're not loading their bags, guys, at 40K. They're just not going to do it. They're too greedy. They're too greedy, okay? They're going to load their bags much lower. In fact, they'll probably take it back down to the all-time lows. Look at the alts chart. Look at the crap coins, guys. That's a fractal of Bitcoin, okay? Or Bitcoin is the large version of a crap coin. It is the biggest crap coin out there, okay? And what happens on crap coins? Let me show you the pattern. If you want to know the pattern of crap coins, let me explain it to you so you know. And this is how. Oh, stop, cat. This is how. This is how crap coins work. They come on and they start moving up parabolically, and everybody hypes it up and everybody gets excited. And by the time everybody starts jumping on board, it just dumps and it comes all the way back, or like 60% of the way back. It gives you a little dead cat bounce, and then it starts working its way down again until finally, and who knows how long it's going to take. Who knows how long it takes, but it comes all the way back down to the origin of price, okay? Unless it started out too expensive, but it'll come all the way back down to the origin of price. Then it'll go sideways, give you these fake little pumps and dumps over and over and over until finally it'll go up 50% again and then come back down and do it all over. Guys, that's the market. It's all about pumping and dumping, pumping and dumping. And Bitcoin is just a big version of that, guys. And you got to get out of your mind that this thing is just going to go up straight up forever and ever and ever, okay? You just got to get that out of your mind. It's going to take so much longer than you expect. You need to just learn how to trade the small time frames, okay? This cat wants to be here. Is this cat bothering anybody? He's bothering me a little bit, but I'm going to let her hang here. She's a sweet cat. All right, so I'll look at BNB in just a minute. No, I don't think so, Catmandu. No, not at all. The ETFs aren't buying it. They're selling. Trust me. This whole market's a crap coin, man. It's all speculation, guys. Does it even enter into your minds that cryptocurrency as you currently know it will completely be done away with in the next 10 years or 5 years? That the entire crypto idea, digital money, will change. It'll evolve into something bigger and better, and that the current work that's being done right now is just going to go away, and it's going to be replaced by a 2.0 version that will not translate from what you currently hold. It'll be something new that you'd have to transition into. In other words, what you're holding is going to become useless eventually. That there will be a big sell-off, and all of the coins that you see on the market, save just a handful of them, are going to go down to zero. Does that even enter into any of y'all's minds, or are you guys just like, this thing can only go up? Okay, I mean, this thing can only go up. This thing is only here forever. Yes, I do believe digital currencies are here forever, or at least for the foreseeable future. But you don't know how that's going to play when the central banks really want the central bank digital currencies. That's what they want. That's what they're doing. That's what they're taking us to. They're not going to let this be some kind of a free market society where we can buy and sell without the help of any bank. We can't have an exchange of funds and money without their hands in it. The people that have power are not going to relinquish power, considering especially the fact that they're the ones who created Bitcoin in the first place to take your money and to take you into digital currencies. It's all a Trojan horse, in my opinion. That's what Bitcoin is. Excuse me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, I think I'm back. I guess my point is, guys, I just understand that the people that run this world are evil, and they will not relinquish their power. And the best way to take power from you is to get you to give it to them freely. And why would you give it to them freely? Because you've been sold a bill of goods that says Bitcoin is free. It's a decentralized currency where we can exchange goods and services without the need of a bank. Well, let me ask you a question. How many of you have sent a Bitcoin to another person, or a part of a Bitcoin to another person without the help of a bank? Sean, no, I've just got sinus crap going on, and I just needed to go pick my nose and blow my nose and get it all taken care of. So cheers. I'm all fixed now, I think. I hope. I had to go blow my nose. Anyway, point is that, guys, listen. The government is moving us from fiat currency. They're changing the entire picture. They're changing the entire thing. They're going to a new world currency. That economic magazine, The Economist, back in 1980, whatever it was, had the picture of the phoenix, okay, on top of the pile of fiat currencies that are burning, okay, and they had a new coin around its neck. So you got this new currency rising out of the burning ashes of fiat currency, okay, and had the year on that coin 2018, and that's the year, guys. That's the year they did what they did, right? That's the year they pumped Bitcoin. That was the beginning, right? Okay. I'm just reading some comments there. I was reading Chemo's comments there. All right. Anyway, yeah. Sorry, I'm not gonna read all your comments out loud, and I'm not gonna respond to all of them. So, yeah, I agree. Gold will offer some protection. It might be banned as well. Maybe so. All right. So anyway, guys, I I guess my hope for you is that you guys would stop listening to all the bull boys out there, and stop listening to all the bear boys out there, and just understand that you live in a world that is run by people with money, and they're evil, and they will take your money. And if you get this mindset, oh, this thing is only going up, you're gonna lose your money. Okay. So, all right. That said, up or down? What's going to happen? I don't know. However, I think we can narrow it down to two main counts for now. That this is a wave 4, there's a wave 5, and it's done. It's finished. And now we're going to work our way down. Could be fast, it could be slow. 3 waves down to 32K to 24K, somewhere in this range. And that'll be the first wave. That'll just be the first wave of a much larger move to the downside. That's what I believe. Now, if I'm wrong, this right here could be a 3-wave move, something like that, followed by another hit to the high, 50 to 55K range. Nicholas Mail, I am not a bear boy. I'm simply listen. I get really bearish. I get really bearish when it's time to get bearish, and I get really bullish when it's time to be bullish. And guys, I was screaming bull back in October, November last year. Right down here, I was screaming, bull, 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 bull. I was a bull boy down here. Okay? Guys, I'm no longer right in here. I was like, guys, I don't know. I was a I don't know boy in this area. Okay? Yeah, and as this went up, we were bullish all through this because the wave structure was bullish, and we were. But guys, the wave structure has changed. It has a top formation, and guys, I'm just saying we are bearish now. Does that mean we can't make another high? No, it doesn't mean that. But guys, I'm bearish. I'm a bear boy right now. I'm a bear boy for a three-wave correction. Okay. So just understand, historically, guys, I'm pretty good at finding tops and bottoms. I'm pretty decent at it. I've got a really good track record. If you want to go watch my videos around all of these peaks, right here. All right, just go kind of taste test my videos, and just look at the titles even way back in at these peaks, and right down here, guys. I was really right here. I was bullish. I was really bullish, looking for a big move up. Okay, I wasn't expecting another high, but I was very bullish in here. I was bearish up here, saying, guys, we could be going down. Okay, and I was very bearish, and I was bearish at the right time and bullish at the right time. So anyway, I would just encourage you that whenever Jim gets really bull boy or really bear boy, you should listen up. You really should, because I've got a history of getting around the right time. So I don't know that this is the top, but man, I think there's a. If I gave you a percentage, there's an 80% chance that that's a top, that we're going to get a large three-wave pullback of some kind. 80%. 20% chance there's one more high to go. All right. There we go. All right. So there it is, guys. There's your analysis. Shoot me your requests. I'm going to run through the other charts. We'll look at Ethereum. I'll look at BNB, because somebody asked for BNB. We'll look at ADA and XRP. I'll look at the DXY, S&P, and NASDAQ. Okay? And if you want me to look at any other charts. No crap coins tonight. Just give me some, give me stocks, or give me, just keep the top 20 coins, guys. Okay, I won't limit you. Just guys, make sure there's enough on the chart for me to look at, okay? Just make sure there's enough on the chart for me to look at, because if there's not enough, then that's not going to be helpful to me at all. And I won't be helpful to you either. Okay? All right, with that said, let's jump into Ethereum. Okay, Ethereum finally. Okay. Ethereum's got a three-wave shape here. I think what the picture they're trying to paint here is that that's a reversal, that's a three-wave pullback. Here we go. So there's one option that you got a three-wave move. Okay, we're down to the 786. Retrace of that move. I think this is going to roll over, take out the low, pull back, and continuation. So I think there's a real chance that this is going down, and going down with some fervency, with some speed. Okay, I'm looking for a speedy move to the downside potentially. I do not think this was a reversal. I think this was a flat, personally. But I could be wrong on that. But I think that this right here. Come on, I'm trying to draw it. We got 3. You got 3. You got 5. There's a flat right there. Expanded flat. It was pretty tricky because you had a B wave that was an expanded flat within the flat. So that's tricky. And then now you've got this. There's an impulse. There's a pullback. This should pick up some speed. You get a pullback, and this should pick up some speed here. Maybe. Okay. So that's the way I'm looking at Ethereum. Let's zoom out here on the 3 out. Yeah, this looks like a 1-2. And now we got another 1-2. Best I can tell. Ethereum looks like basically a 1-2. Now a 1. Now that 2 may not be finished. This could get complex on us. So you have a flat wave A. You got a 3-wave B. Now we're looking for a C back to the upside. And that would be a 1-2, 1-2. And then we roll over. So there's a possibility as well. And then we roll over much more deeply and harder after that. So that's a possibility. Or this thing is just going to start waterfalling now. Okay? So let's see if we get a waterfall tonight, or if we get a reversal. If this comes down and breaks the low for a flat. I'm just looking at wave structure now, guys. So we see we got a 3-wave A, we got a B. Maybe it takes the low, maybe it doesn't. Then we get a C wave really fast, comes and takes out all this liquidity, and then back down after that. So watch out for something like that, and that could be a 1-2-1-2. Okay. What else could it be? Let's see. I suppose you could have some kind of a ugly 3-wave, and now you need another 3-wave. So boom, 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 and that becomes a 3-wave move there, and that's a larger correction. 3, 3, 3, WXY, and then we're going back up for a higher high or a 3-wave move back to the upside. So that's a pretty decent count there as well. I think that's a good count. Let me be a little bit more exact with it. So there's your W wave, there's your X wave looking for Y to finish out. Okay, Y would be something like this. It's going to be a WXY in and of itself. Let's get the B wave on there. A, there's B. We get a C flat. Okay, and then all of a sudden you got 3 waves now. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, and there is a flat there. Let's put a parallel channel in it. Boom, boom, A, W, X. Put that in a channel. Not a fan. It's not channeling very well. Let's try it this way. That's better. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, I like that count. Actually coming back up here, taking some liquidity. Boom, and then down we go. That's a pretty decent count right there. That's a good count. So watch out for that move there. Now, if that's 3 waves, let's zoom out and see what that would be. If that's 3 waves like that, if it's a WXY, then we're looking for probably, and this Y could be deeper. It could come out of the channel a little bit to finish. But we're probably looking for a 3-way pullback and then a continuation down after that. I like it. I like it. And then what we've got is some kind of a leading wave here. I'm not a huge fan of this because this looks bigger than 3. Let's test it and see. Yeah, 1 is bigger than 3. That can't be. How do you count that? 3, 3. I'm not sure how to count that, guys. I really am not sure. That looks kind of bullish there. If it's really bullish, then we get a 3-wave pullback here. That might be what I'm seeing. Some kind of 3-wave, but it's small. It's not giant, and this becomes a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3-wave pullback. Boom, and then we go for higher highs. So there's your bullish count there. So that's Ethereum. I'm looking for a wave like this or deeper. 3 waves, what I'm looking for. I showed you the small time frame, what I thought, WXY. I think this flat is a real nice idea. So 3, 3, 5, and then we roll over. Let's see if we take this low out or not. Now, the other possibility is we take the low and we just keep rocking to the downside. Now, if that happens, we're going to look, instead of looking at this as a WXY, we're going to look at this as a 1, 2, 1, 2, and then this is going. Okay? So we're looking at that much more bearishly if it just rolls over and doesn't come up for a flat. Okay. So there's Ethereum. Let's look at ADA here. ADA on the daily. Yeah, it looks like a reversal. Here's the example of reversal right there. See that top right there? See, after that three-wave boom, and then it played around, it rolled over. Okay, so we got this three-wave move. It's played around now. I'm looking for a lower low. I'm looking for a final wave down here. That's what it looks like. Guys, I'm telling you, death to crypto has to be in at least death to a lot of cryptos has to be in your wheelhouse. There's a potential that we might be in some kind of a bear market move right now. That what we just got was an enticing move that got everybody bullish, and basically what happens now is that they're going to go kill crypto. Now, I don't know if that's the case or not, but it could be the case. Now, I made it an hour now tonight, guys, and I've got a little bit more energy than I thought I did. So I'm going to keep rocking here just for a little bit. But there's ADA. Man, that looks like a stinking reversal. And it looks like it's ready to waterfall. But here's a possibility here. If this is let's see, some kind of a B, C. And now you got an ABC here. So, I mean, I suppose there's a possibility right there that we're going to get an ABC. So this rolls over a little bit, goes up, A, B, C, and that becomes a W, X, and a Y. That's still bearish, but you get this flat first, and then we come down, take out these lows. Okay, that's still bearish. And if that's the case, we'd be looking for a move back up after that, or a three-wave pullback before we get more down after that. So that could be a WXY forming as well, but we need it to finish. It's not done. This has more to come down. We might come up first and then down. That's totally fine. That's in the chart. I can see that potential here. Boom, 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 right there, and then down some more. So I see that potential. See it right here, that move right there. We could get some kind of move like that and then down some more. So don't be surprised. Don't be surprised to see tonight I hit to the low. I hit to the low with some speed and then up again with some speed. Don't be surprised to see something like that. That's on the chart as a real possibility tonight. Tonight and tomorrow. Okay? ADA and Ethereum both have that potential on the chart. The other potential is this thing could just fall into the abyss and it could roll over and fall off a cliff now. I think both possibilities are on the chart. I don't know which one's going to happen. I would, if I gave it a forecast and a percentage, I think it's about a 50-50 either way. I don't know. Maybe 60-40. Maybe a 60% chance of we get the flat and then down, and then 40% chance this pulls back a little bit, rolls over, and just keeps falling. Okay? That's a 40% chance, probably. Just guessing there. The percentages are arbitrary just to show you which way I'm leaning right now. They're kind of arbitrary for now. All right. I am short. I've been short in this particular wave since 41.860 when we pulled back and created that flat. That's the current trade that I'm in. Looking to take profit on this particular wave. All right, so that's ADA, that's Ethereum. Looking at the ETH BTC chart is interesting. It looks like it's about to roll over and go to the abyss against BTC. In other words, ETH is going to fall harder on this next move down. It's going to fall harder than BTC. That I see a major crash coming to the markets. I think it's coming, and I think Ethereum is going to fall and crash harder than Bitcoin does. That when I get on the 3-day chart, here's what I see. I see you got the first move, this move, and now we're getting ready to roll over and make that move. We're coming back down here. Now it could stay on this trend right here. We could be coming down here. or it could pull back and then roll over again. There might be something made. I mean, a multi-year bear market against Ethereum against BTC. I do not see this as a bullish wave to the upside getting ready to go. Now, could it happen? I imagine it could, but we've already taken this low out. That means this was a flat right here. Okay, that was a 3-wave move. Now we need 5 waves. Okay, let me show you how I count this. This is ETH BTC. So we got the A wave right here, A, and then we had a flat B, and now we need C, and C is 5 waves. So I got 1, 2, there's 3, that could be 4, we need 5. And that's the move I see coming on the 3-day chart. That means, I mean, that move right there could take 6 months to play, or it could happen really fast, or it could take 6 months. But I see Ethereum losing ground against BTC. In other words, it's better, in my opinion, based on this chart, to be holding BTC than it would be to hold Ethereum, based on what I'm seeing on this chart, the ETH BTC chart. At least that, or we're coming down. I mean, let's just we're coming. Could be coming down here. There's a real chance this is coming way down against BTC. Again, that's the ETH BTC chart. So we'll see. We'll see how that plays. Okay, we looked at ADA, looked at Ethereum, looked at BTC. Let me look at XRP with you. All right, XRP is an interesting story as well. Let's go down to the daily. Just kind of look at the daily chart. Okay. I got a bunch of lines on the chart here. Let me see if I can clear it up a little bit. We are threatening to break down. I think that breakdown could be coming this week, tonight, today, tomorrow. I don't know. Might be happening. Might be starting now. It's a possibility. I think this is going to break down potentially. And what that is here is we got a impulse, a 3-way pullback. We got 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, this might be impulsing down here, coming down to the support down here. See this line of support right here? That might be where we're coming, and that's a 3-wave move, okay, which might, at that point, we might find some support and work our way up after that for some, you know, retesting the all-time high potentially, or heading that direction. So I think that's a possibility as well. So, but this is looking very bearish at the moment, unless things change. Right, and we know things can change at the drop of a hat. Everything is looking bearish, bearish, bearish. Then all of a sudden, boom, it goes up. So yeah, could it go up? Sure, it could. But right now, this wave looks bearish. Now, could we get a 3-wave? Then that's 3 waves, then another wave up and then down. Yes, we could get that pump right here. So if BTC wants to go up and make a higher high, then XRP can come up here and make that high and then come on down as well. So that's where we are. But we are threatening a break here, and wave structure looks like it wants to roll over and come down. Let's see if that actually happens. So that's the question of the day. Are we going to get this to roll over? Now, if that's the case, this could come and break this low and retest the 0 mark again. And so we have 3 and then 3, this big old 3 here. And then we go after that later. Potentially, if XRP is going to hang around. I imagine it will. It's the coin that's most related to the banks. Okay, but will XRP be the one? I don't know. XLM does the same thing as XRP, except it's free. There's no fees, so that's an interesting point of discussion in the chat. Okay, I've been ignoring your comments. Jason, yeah, I think gold could go to 25K, no problem. But the reason it would go there is because the dollar would be devalued, not because the value of gold has somehow increased, but the value of gold in comparison to the dollar will have decreased. The value of gold would have increased in comparison to the dollar. In other words, it would be. How do I say it? It would be the dollar dying would be the reason. Yeah, I agree. The XRP looks like a dying penny stock, just like all the crap coin charts. They look like a dying crap coins. I mean, so guys, I think death to crypto or death to these crap coins is coming to a market near you, and there's going to be some FUD, and there's going to be some news surrounding it, and everything's going to change on you in a heartbeat. And like something so catastrophic and major could be coming to the charts, right? In the crypto world, that just transforms the entire landscape for what we see. So, all right, let's skip over to the DXY, please, and then we'll do S&P and the NASDAQ. Okay, let's see here. DXY. Let's take a peek. Oh, man, that chart is full of... Let me see if I can clear it out here. I wish there was an easy way to clear these out. I think they go away in time if I just leave it alone. If I start moving with the chart. Let's see if they go away here in just a second. Let me also get the Bitcoin on the 1 minute chart because I'm in a short and I need to see if this is a take profit level or not. I don't like how pretty this is. This is like a really, really pretty chart. Did we hit the 618, guys? We got 3 waves, but we did not quite tag the 618. Chances are this thing is going to bounce and then roll over, come down to the 618. Is there going to be a bounce there? I don't know, but looks like there's a little bit more downside to go. Now, Ethereum has hit lower in the wave. I feel like it wants to roll over and take that low out and continue going. Guys, this wave looks so truncated. It doesn't look finished. I need it to get down here to look right. But my big question of the night is, do we get that pump back up here to take out that liquidity? Okay, or does this just roll over and come down? So that's my big question. I don't know the answer to that, but I'm ready for both either way. Okay, so I'll just keep an eye on Bitcoin here in the small time frame just for my trade here. So. All right, with that said, let's look at the DXY. DXY is pumping here. So DXY on the 6 hour, we are pumping. What is that wave structure? I mean, it kind of looks like this is 3 wave and then we're going to get more highs. This is got a 3 wave shape developing, or it could be a choppy impulse wave to come up here and take out the highs. There it goes. There, all those notifications went. I kind of like here the DXY to pump. It's last hurrah. Okay, guys, we got a 1, 2. We got a 3. We got a running, maybe a full. Oh, there's a triangle, guys. Why didn't I see that before? Why didn't I see this triangle before? I think I was looking at this as a flat. So, but that could be a triangle, 4th wave. A, B, C, D, E. And then there's a wave 5. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, that could be an impulse wave. And now we're getting a zigzag. A, B, and now we need C. Once that finishes retracing, this thing could come on down. And after this, the DXY pumps. Okay, that means all the markets are going to sell off while the DXY is pumping. The markets are going to sell off, systematically sell off, and if that happens, guys, we're going to get death to the dollar later. Once death to the dollar, so all the markets, S&P, NASDAQ, Bitcoin, they're all going to sell off while the DXY pumps. Okay, and then once everybody's got their money in the dollar and they got all the max value of the dollar, boom. People are going to start getting out of the dollar and into other assets, which may be Bitcoin or S&P or NASDAQ or gold or whatever. There's going to be a shift. And I think that's probably when we're going to go into gold after this, okay, where it's going to be a transition period where the dollar is going to be dying and it's going to be in a multi-year bear market. The DXY, we're going to break out of this. Let's see, weekly chart here. Yeah, we're going to break out of this wave and we're going to come down here, more than likely. Okay, We got 5 waves. We got a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, so we have a boom, boom, and a boom, 3-wave push. So I think the higher time frame is saying, yeah, that's probably finished. Now we're gonna make our way down in 3 waves. Okay, 3 pushes. If that's the case, let's see. Let me get off the move. There we go. This is probably going to retest and then come on down. That's the way I'm seeing the DXY chart over the long haul. So I see a current move of the DXY to the upside. That means the euro is going to be probably moving down. The Aussie dollar is going to probably be moving down. The UJ, okay, if you trade UJ or UCAD, okay, those are probably going to be going up. So if you're a forex trader, you probably need to be looking long over the next long haul. That doesn't mean every day is going to be a long, but your bias needs to be looking for a long on the 4-hour chart for the best trade analysis of the best trades on the forex. More than likely, that's the wave structure I'm seeing there on the DXY. If that's the case, looking for a sell-off at some point. Let's see if we get a top here in the S&P over the next day or two. We might get it tomorrow. We might get it the next day or two if we get a top, or over the next week. Looking for a sell-off to begin, and I'd probably like to see this as some kind of a 3-wave shape. Okay, back down, a major sell-off, back down here to find support at the bottom of this wave. But it doesn't mean it's going to go straight down. It could go straight down, or it might just be a slow, methodical move down. I know everybody's looking for all-time highs and this thing to go forever. I just don't think that that's in the cards at the moment. Let's look on the weekly chart in the S&P. You can kind of see how this kind of resembles a wave 5. Okay, so you've got this move. You got a 3-wave boom, and now you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and now it looks like we're getting a 5. This was a wave 4. This was the ending wave 5. So I'm looking for this to top out somewhere between now and, I don't know, 56K? Is that 5,600? Is that too high? Maybe, maybe not. Just depends. Or is that it? Or is this some kind of weird and ugly 3-wave move that's going to just finish this top and then come on down like this? And this is a 3-wave that finds support here, and then we go up for a higher high later. So, that's a possibility as well. That kind of gives you that 5-wave shape there that you kind of look for. And then we look for a multi-year bear market somewhere after the S&P highs later. Okay? So, but I see a real possibility for a move down here, a real strong 10 to 20% move of the S&P coming to a chart near you. If the DXY is pumping, look for the S&P to dump more than likely. Okay, NASDAQ, same thing, same analysis. Weekly chart. Looking at this as 5 waves, guys. This looks much more like 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Looks about finished to me, guys. And if that's done, then we're looking for some kind of rejection 3-wave move back down, all the way back down here. The NASDAQ is going to sell off soon, best I can tell. If it doesn't, then we might get a wave 4 and then up again for other highs. But we still have a correction coming to a chart near you on the NASDAQ. Okay, guys, I'm a bear boy. I am. It's time to be a bear boy. If you're in the NASDAQ and the S&P, it's time to be thinking about taking your profits. You might get another push, but you need to be protecting the profits that you have on the S&P and the NASDAQ, okay? Because I think the DXY is about to start pumping, okay? We'll look at the NASDAQ and the S&P again next week, see if that bias still holds up. But for now, the wave structure seems to be pointing that way. You'll look and see you got a 5-wave shape here, guys, all day long. You got 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And this 5th wave of 5 looks about finished. You got a wave 4 into a wave 5. And then I go a little deeper, you got a wave 4 into a wave 5, potentially. So this is looking really close to done, guys. All right. I don't think I have it in me for a bunch of requests at this point. I think I'm done. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Oh, BNB Weekly. I promised that. So, let's look at the BNB Weekly chart. That'll be the last chart of the night, guys. Hope you've enjoyed the live stream. Hit the likes, guys. And let me know you appreciate it. Share with your friends the good, honest TA that you get here. No bull boy, no bear boy, just honest. Okay, BNB 3-day chart. I look at that and I am bearish. Draw this line there on the 3-day. As soon as it breaks that out of that trend, as soon as it breaks here, that's an indication you've broken structure. Down you go. Okay, so 3-day chart. You're looking for that break. That's a beautiful trend line to draw. Draw that right there. If you get a break in the RSI, that's a good indicator. Let's look at the weekly here. Yeah, I mean, the weekly still showing some bullishness here. If I were to guess, here's what I'm seeing. Here's what I'm seeing here if I were to guess. Let's get a pullback and one more wave. Okay, and there's 5 waves for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that gives you 3, 3, and 5. But we need that pullback first. Okay, so the next couple of months are going to be bearish. Okay, and then we get the bullishness after a pullback. So I think we're bearish for now. Looking for that wave. Let's here, let me clear it. Yeah, looking for this third wave down, and then up we go. That's the best I can tell. Looking on the 8-hour. Let's look at that a little closer. I mean, there's a chance. This is just going up from here. There's a chance. Three waves. 3 waves. 1, 2. Yeah. I tell you what, watch this wave right here. Watch the RSI right here. This is the 8-hour. You get a break down to the downside. That's going to be a little bit more bearish. Down here. And then up you go. That'll that could be an ending diag of some kind. Where you got 3, well, you got 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, and then 3. And that goes up in a diagonal. I think that's a pretty good count. That's the best I can come up with right there. And that would be the 5-way move of an ABC. So you got 3, 3, and then 5. 1, 2, 3. I need 4 to come down, then 5. We got expanding diag. So yeah, it looks decent. Best idea I've got there. Let's see what happens in price. All right, I'll look at Tesla real fast because I like Tesla. Tesla just hit. My wife was telling me there's a recall on Tesla. Uh, 3, 3, 3. I drew ABC. It should be WXY. 3, 3, 3. We got A, B, C. This is looking very bearish. For at least that. Then maybe up again. And then down again. Or this is going to roll over and keep going down. So 2 options. Roll over and keep rocking down. Or this is going to get complex for multi-year bear market. Go down with the NASDAQ. Find its low. We got problems with we got energy crisis. We got problems with electric cars. Boom, something that we go all the way back down, and then they begin fixing the problems, and then on they go. That's probably the way the market's going to rock, something like that. Or it could get complex here, and then come down later, if it wants to take longer to do that. So, yeah, it's not. We're not in an uptrend right now. We are not in an uptrend. So, all right, guys. Nasdaq looks super bearish to me, guys. I'm looking for a top anytime on the Nasdaq. Nasdaq's looking very, very bearish. I'd be looking to short Nasdaq if it were me. Looking for a short. Have a great night. Thanks for stopping by. Have a fantastic night. Appreciate you, Seth, Chemo, for all your good ideas. Sorry I didn't do a lot of interacting in the chat. And the world is ending. Of course it is, Alpha Farmer. Absolutely. So we'll see. I don't know. I don't know when the world's going to end, but scary times for sure. Economic crisis incoming. So, all right, we'll see you guys later. Have a fantastic evening. Bye-bye. Hey, see you guys in the Discord. If you wanna be part of Jim of All Trades Discord, go find Patreon, Jim of All Trades, patreon.com/Jim of All Trades. Join my Patreon crew, and we'll get you in the Discord. Have a great night, guys. Bye-bye.